What's good, everybody? Balrog again, back at it with another video, blah, blah, blah. You know what it is. Anyways, let's get right into it. I made a promise to you guys. I was supposed to do a reaction to Lowtiergod's participation in this dating stream that was hosted by Jinxie, where him alongside other participants like Kai Sinad and Black Boy Max, and their objective was to sweep this young lady off her feet and be chosen by her. Which is a pretty interesting concept and definitely something for Lowtiergod because he talks so much smack about all the buns he gets. For someone like him, this should be easy, right? Well, I watched some of it, not all of it, because I wanted my reaction to be genuine for you guys. I was going to do that video, but I got nuked. Channel gone, channel out of there, never to be seen again, which is all good, whatever. So now that I got this new channel, I was going to follow up on that promise. But I've been noticing that he's been reacting to his viewers' dating profiles. So yeah, I don't really know what I'm in for, but let's just go ahead and take a look at it together. Maybe he'll give some good advice. You know me, I give credit where credit is due. Or maybe he's gonna set his viewership up for a fall, which I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel like that's what I'm going to see. So with all that being said, let's take a look at it.
Passionate about numerous things in life. Looking for somebody who's out of the ordinary, who can keep up. Continuing to cross things off my bucket list. Boom. See how I said that shit and I didn't really give away nothing?
Am I tripping? Or did he say the same exact thing that was on this list? All he did was remove this first sentence right here. And then a little bit of this, and he kept Thrill Seeker and everything else. And all he did was like paraphrase what was on here. Bro, imagine paying this incel for dating advice. I know he wasn't paid here. Well, actually, he was. Because this guy's a subscriber. Imagine paying for dating advice from this incel. Let's keep going.
But it's so like a chick couldn't figure out nothing I said. Really, like I don't know. I'm a guru with words. So like that's why a lot of my tweets went viral over the years and all types of shit. Because it's like in certain ways you say shit that could tune a person out or draw a person in. You gave too much away of yourself in a profile when you literally don't need to. We don't need to tell no bitch that you're a CEO. We don't need to tell a chick you're confident and you're driven and you're always up for an adventure.
Two things. One, this whole thing about we don't need to do this, we don't need to do that. The only people I've ever heard start off with this, we don't need to do this for nobody, we don't need to do that for nobody, have been women. Bitter women of the internet. I'm sorry, but that was incredibly feminine, right? At the end of the day, he's just putting his best foot forward. I guess as best as he can know how. There's nothing wrong with what he said at all. And the other thing is, he keeps acting like he freestyled his about me. No, he didn't. He literally took the last 80% of what he said and paraphrased it a little bit. Passionate about multiple things, blah, 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 blah. Who are you trying to kid here, Dale? Me or you? I just don't get it. I just do not understand, bro. Don't ever act feminine like that either. Don't ever say, I don't gotta do this for no woman, you don't gotta know this about me, you don't gotta know that. That's the Balrog behavior that I'm talking about. And he puts it on display all the time. Let's keep going.
Just say I'm an adventurous guy. And I'm a thrill seeker, taking things day by day. Passionate about multiple things. Looking for someone who could keep up. Continuing to cross things off my list. See how arrogant and see how confident you came off without saying you're confident? Like the shit. It basically just said itself. I freestyled some shit for you based off your profile. A lot of you niggas be giving up way too much shit. Hell yeah, girls look at the Bible. Fuck it.
Freestyle? You freestyled that? Are you sure about that? I don't think you freestyled that. if this was an actual freestyle, like if you was in the booth, right? I like how his name is DJ now that I look at it. But if you were in the booth and you spat that shit, let's say for instance these were bars, and you spat that shit, the DJ would look at you and say, hold on a second, those are my bars. You just switched a couple of words around, those are my bars, and you would be immediately kicked out of the rap industry. You didn't freestyle a damn thing. You didn't come off the dome with a damn thing. The words are right there. You literally took the words that are right here and then you just paraphrased. Not even a whole lot. You just paraphrased a little bit. You literally did nothing. What the hell is this dude's problem?
Yeah. I only really got nothing to say about what you got going on. Your locks are still young. No raw energy. You look like a smart dude. Let me see.
Okay, I actually have a couple of things to say about this. So, for one, you're 27. And I do think it's important that you understand that as a 27-year-old man, that you're only going to get older, and the older you get, the more women are going to expect out of you. Hell, the more life is going to expect out of you. And so it's important that you keep up appearances at the very least. And so while I do respect that you're wearing a turtleneck sweater, because that does show maturity, there's a couple of things I would like to say. For one, you could use some accessories. I think a small gold chain or a nice silver chain would look nice, and I think an accessory or two, maybe like a ring and like a bracelet or a watch, you know what I mean? I think that always goes a long way. I don't know if you have any fragrances, but colognes, colognés are essential no matter where you're stepping out to. I know this is a convention for nerds, I could tell. I think this is like a smash con or something. So it probably smells like crazy in there anyways. But no matter where you're at, whether it's this is a sausage fest or it's a place to meet women, you always want to make sure you're smelling good. It's about upholding a certain standard. And lastly, I would say you need to definitely get these retwisted just because they look shaggy here. And I only say all of this because you're on a dating profile.
See this pic? It might get you some white chicks. You're not getting any Latinas with this pic. You're not getting any blacks with this chick. That's a fact. But this pic gotta go. On top of that, I don't know if I see crusting your nose. Yeah, you gotta get rid of this shit, bro. But no black chick is probably gonna swipe you. No biracial chick's gonna swipe you. No spicy Latina's gonna swipe you.
That's not me, by the way, guys.
Middle Eastern
I think that's the guy who
you.
did
You
this
might
video.
be like the basic of Becky's that try to match with you because you look like a safe black guy. Like you gotta be the type of, like, as black men, we gotta be the types to where we could attract all vast majorities of women. We're black, all right? We fit so many different metas. You wanna be the type where you attract geeky white chicks, goth white chicks, super duper traditional Spanish women, Americanized Spanish women. Like you want to be able to attract all vast types. Like me, I'm not a guy that only attracts one style of a chick.
Credit where credit is due. Even though he's got a mean underbite and his beard barely connects and he had to leave LA because his teeth tend to set drip, he's not an ugly dude. I can see that a woman will look at him and be like, okay, he's taller, he's attractive. From the waist up, he looks great. You know, I can see a young lady looking at him and thinking that to himself. But here's the thing. The moment he opens his mouth and he begins to speak, it will always fall apart for him. Because another thing that women look at is intelligence. And he doesn't really have much. I'm gonna just be honest. You know, I think it's also important that you gotta remember that for someone like him, he's always gonna go for younger women because they're naive. And so you got to be careful what advice you take from this man. Just in case that you are a covenant member yourself, I'm just being honest with you. You got to be careful what advice you take from him, because everything he said you got to take with a grain of salt. Because at the end of the day, a woman his age would never go for him. The moment he opens his mouth and he starts using words incorrectly, the moment he starts to talk about sci-fi and how he'd rather watch sci-fi instead of science fiction, all sorts of silly shit like that, he's not getting chose. Let's keep going.
And throughout my life, all versions and styles of chicks are like all different styles and types. There's no certain meta that I fit in. I go with everything. Do I go over females' profiles? Yeah, we could do that. But then again, I usually would steer away from an Americanized chick. I usually go for more traditional women that, still cool with their parents and all that type of shit. I don't really f*** with chicks that be in clubs and parties and basically. This picture gotta go and you're wrinkling up your forehead, so you're fucking the elasticity of your skin, fucking your collagen. Stop wrinkling your forehead. And what are you looking at? All right.
So if this was on the appreciation stream, by the way, go watch my appreciation streams. I'd really appreciate it. Link to my Rumble down below. But if this was on the stream, that would be a low IQ take, and you guys would then tell me what exercise to do.
Right. On top of that, locks are cool, but let's pizzazz it up with maybe a nose ring. You look like a nose ring type of. Let's get this picture would be swaggier with like a couple of small studs with a nose ring. Let's get it.
You're telling a 27-year-old man to get studs and a nose ring? Because he looks like he's really like 19 or 20, maybe it's like, okay, you're young, why not, get some edge, sure. But you're 27. But see, that's the thing, Dale has the brain of a 19-year-old. He can't tell him the proper things. Like, well, either you straighten up the locks or you get it all cut off. Because quite frankly, if you're not going to keep up with your hair, or at least wrap it up, do something. Because with the way your hair is looking, it looks like you have bedhead. It looks like you just got up and you're just like, well, this is how I'm going to look for the day. I'm not going to lie to you, your hair doesn't look good. And so I would say you need to relock it and start taking better pictures. This is actual good advice. You should take this advice, not this advice. This man is an incel. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's never even been to the dentist before. That's irrelevant. Let's keep going.
Yeah, you need a nose ring, bro. Your style is just crying for a nose ring. Let's get a couple earrings and let's get you a nose ring ASAP. It's gonna add a little spice to you. I'm telling you, it's gonna add a little spice. Let me check this shit. Damn,
Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about, right? Hold on. Had to see if my mic was still on. This is what I was talking about. So you look like a college student, if anything. You look like a college student, but you're 27. So that's kind of throwing me for a loop. You don't really look your age, which is fine. You don't have to look like you're 27. But what I am saying, though, is that for someone who's 27, you have to become more aware of the kind of woman you're going to attract. Because with the way you're looking now, locks, I'm not gonna lie to you, your locks don't really look good. You look pretty scruffy. You have a very plain style. You're going to attract women in that community you're a part of. I know you were at a Smash Con in that photo. So you're going to attract women from the Smash community. And let me tell you, the women in the Smash community usually have. So I don't know if that's what you want, but be careful, my friend. Be careful.
Bro, you should be. What the fuck? Bro, get the retwist, grow the beard out, crispy that shit up with a nose ring. Bro.
With a nose ring, he swiped right on you. You gotta remember, guys, remember how he gets his oral test.
he could go freshly shaven, and if he wants to, he can grow the beard out and then have it crispy and lined up, edged up clean. But I mean, we've seen the balloon videos so many times. Chicks they'll be turned off if you're not crispy and shit like that. You can only be grimy once you got it.
I'm trying to tell you, that's not me breathing hard this time. That's not me, I swear.
It's not too much work you gotta do. Retwist the crop, you know, slide a nose ring in.
Shouts out to you, by the way,
crispy
you
up the
recorded
beard.
this.
I mean, why I had a beard if it's gonna be grimy. Shorten up the profile, bio. Hold on, what's the rest of this shit say? I run my own business. No need to say that.
That's cap. You know, saying that you run your own business, that's entrepreneurship. That could be a plus for a lot of women. You know, saying that you run your own business, that's really good actually. Now, what kind of business do you run? I think that's going to be the thing that makes it or breaks it for you. But you running your own business, there's a lot of business-oriented women out there. And so you running your own business, a woman may want to just network with you just because she may want to see if your business can help her business. You know, you may end up getting a business partner out of this. Something good could come out of this. Don't allow Dale's incel thoughts dictate how you move on this dating app. For the most part, I would say what you have written here is just fine. Right now, you look more like a 19-year-old college student. A very unkept 19-year-old college student. I'm gonna be honest with you. You definitely look like a Smash Brothers player. I wonder if your business is related to that. Is it? If you see this, let me know. I'm just curious. I'll check it out. If it's Smash lessons you're giving.
Bro, what did you just say?
Oh, that sounds sus. Pause.
Nah, bro, that's
Big
still
pause.
gay.
Hold on. But if you're teaching people how to play Smash Brothers, I would be interested because I am trash at it. I'm not very good. I'm like Dale. I have the skill level of Dale, so keep that in mind. Let's keep going.
Also, get rid of this nigga in your dating profile. They might think that you guys are a couple. There's no reason for you to have another man in your dating profile. You guys probably run a dope business together, two smart whiz kids, well, whiz grown men. Get rid of the off your profile. All right, we got another picture right here. Let's see what you got going on. Telling you, man, a nose ring.
Yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like, he keeps talking about the nose ring, but that's just the kind of men that he's interested in. So I wouldn't really worry about Dale too much. He's in the closet. Anyway, so about this picture, right? Dragon Ball Z shirts. Look, man, I'm not saying that you can't have these interests. I'm not saying that you can't be into anime. I'm not saying that you can't be into video games. I'm not saying that you can't go to these conventions and hang out with your friends. I'm not saying that. But this is a dating profile, right? And honestly, outside of the dating profile, you should be looking to be more mature and dress more maturely, you know? Because I'm letting you know right now, like I said, bro, the woman you're gonna attract will probably be from the anime or Smash community. Well, they're pretty much the same thing, so. And most of them smell bad and have. I don't think you want that. So you need to shapen the hell up, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. And also, what interests do you have outside of video games and running your business? Do you like to read? What kind of books do you like to read? Do you like to go kayaking, hiking? Do you maybe want to do some real thrill seeking, like daytime thrill seeking? Like, do you ever want to jump out of an airplane, go bungee jumping? Basically, what I'm trying to say is you want to broaden your horizons a little bit, broaden your friendship circles, you know? Because at the end of the day, you will be attracting women around your own age and potentially older. And so you don't want to just look like a nerd. At the end of the day, when you have these other interests, then you can be a nerd, at least in the eyes of a woman. But if you're just specifically a nerd, a lot of women aren't gonna like that. And while I'm not saying that all your interests should be geared towards being liked by the opposite sex, you have to be prepared that women, just like Dale, have a potential to be shallow. And so you should broaden your horizons so there are other things you can talk about. So when you meet a nice young lady and she may be looking for someone to actually be in a long-term relationship with, even if she doesn't choose you, you don't want to be boring. Because the worst thing you can be for a woman is boring. A woman will take physical abuse over being bored. A woman will take verbal abuse over being bored. That is the worst sin for you being around a woman, is boring. Don't ever be boring. If you got a woman in front of you, what are you gonna ask her? What's your favorite saga in Dragon Ball Z? She's not gonna give a damn about that unless she has it and smells bad, which a lot of women in the anime community are like that. And the ones that are pretty, they're not gonna be interested in you. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. This is just the way the world goes, man. I don't make the rules.
A gold nose ring, bro, a loop. This picture would have been swaggy, bro.
Nah, it really wouldn't have. It really wouldn't have, actually. Remember how he gets his oral test. Just remember that.
I don't give a what you got going on here. Let's just talk about.
I'm sorry, I just gotta keep positive because this man's about to be 40 on November 19th of this year. You know, he should be giving better advice. You know, you dress like somebody who's 19, 20, 21 years old. And if you were around that age, I would say, hey man, just clean up your hair a little bit, you're fine. But you're 27 now, DJ. You gotta up your game just a little bit. This is the advice he should be giving you. You know, how many fragrances do you have in your closet? You know, it's important that you have fragrances, and it's important that you have, I'd say, 3 suits, some business casual attire, and then if you have that kind of wear, when you're out with your boys, you can dress like this. You know what I'm saying? But the way you dress, you're gonna attract a certain kind of person. I don't gotta say what they are. I've already said it multiple times. Just know, you know, you're gonna be touching tips anyways.
The things you're missing out on with your features. You're missing out on a nose ring, bro. This now when we start going low, I don't know if this is fake Versace. You're next to a nigga wearing mids, so that automatically makes it automatically up the pic to an extent. There's 2 niggas wearing mids here. I'm not sure what these shoes are or these socks, but there's two men here, and there's men. You know, you got 2 different pictures with men in it. One you're in a picture with, the next you're in a picture with, and he's touching your shoulders. So she's probably thinking, does he like or is he bi? I'm gonna swipe the other way. Remember, guys, on an app, you only got one chance to really like wow a chick for her to swipe your way. You f that up, you f it up. You know what I mean? Let's redo a couple of your pics. This is why, yeah, you can do better photos, bro. That's for sure. This pic gotta go. This pic gotta go. The fake Versace pic gotta go. This is a good starter. The lanyard shit gotta go.
You know, I've seen him get on people for not being swaggy enough, and yet for some reason here, he didn't really talk about this man's lack of swag. Now, once again, I like to think that I'm not as shallow or as bad, nowhere near as vapid as Dale. But I just find it odd that he didn't really mention that. Why is that? Why didn't he mention that? I feel like this would have been a perfect opportunity to say, hey man, you know, you should update your swag a little bit. I hate that he said swag. Let's keep going.
Like, don't listen to Connie. She gonna have you out here. Get rid of the lanyard, bro. We seen the type of nigga she like.
And see, Connie took the words right out of my mouth. It's like, why wouldn't you listen to a woman's opinion who's trying to say like, hey, the lanyard isn't bad? Anyways.
You see how that worked though. She went in, she could dribble like a basketball.
So why are you singing?
You know what I mean? Don't be that guy. All right, that's all you gotta work on. All right, so Enzo Fresco 67. Thank you for the 13 months. The thing is, I'm legally single. Nobody knows what the fuck I got going on behind the fucking scenes. Like, anyways, and you know, it is what it is. All right, cool. I'm single.
Shouts out to the person that did that video. I really appreciate you uploading that. Such terrible advice. If you ever hope to attract a quality woman or woman for a long period of time, I really hope you don't listen to this man, because this man really has nothing to offer at all. The only thing he can tell you is to update your swag, take better pictures, and in this case, get a nose ring. That's it. He'll never really talk to you about anything else. I mean, this is a 40-year-old man that still wears Hellstar. Take that for what you will. All right, guys, I'm done talking about this. Tune in next time. Peace out.